What up, gang? This is MMA John. UFC 328 was crazy. We got a new middleweight champion in Sean Strickland. I really can't believe he did it, guys. I know the whole world is surprised. We had Hamza. I thought those takedowns were going to be enough. I thought those takedowns were going to make the difference. But apparently not. Very good fight overall. I'm excited for Sean Strickland's run. And we finally got an active champion in this division. So big W's in the chat for that one. As for the co-main event, we had Joshua Van against Satoru Taira, and that dude knocks him out in the 5th round. Joshua Van, that is. He knocks out Satoru Taira in the 5th round. But overall, that fight was the fight of the night. Both guys were going back and forth. Definitely excited for both those young men's future. But Joshua Van proves that he is championship worthy. And that title shot against Pantoja is looking more and more clear by the day. Overall, UFC 328 definitely delivered, but we move on to UFC Vegas 117, Arnold Allen versus Melquizael Costa. And we kick it off with the very first fight of the night. We got Shauna Bannon versus Nicole Cagliari. Now this is going to be your typical 29-28 style of matchup in my honest opinion. Very low level fight. These girls are practically near even in talent. Shauna has heart. She could definitely come in here and make this competitive. But I got Nicole. I think she can use her grappling in this fight to take down Shauna Bannon a couple times and secure the victory here. Bannon can definitely maybe outstrike her on her feet. She is the more rangier fighter out of the two. Can definitely try to outpoint her on the feet, but I simply got Nicole taking her down and winning some minutes there. Don't get me wrong. Right now, I think Shauna Bannon is the more minute winner. But to be quite honest with you, she isn't the greatest. And I don't really think highly of her. This is definitely a low confidence pick because at the end of the day, this is women's MMA we're talking about. So anything can really happen. The lines, I don't really agree. They should be more near even. But again, I guess they think what I think. And Shauna Bannon's not really the greatest. So I'm yapping. I think Nicole should definitely take her down and control her on the feet. Avoid those big shots and just be the more technical fighter out of the two. But stay away from this fight. I'm not touching this, and neither should you. But give me Nicole Cagliari to win by decision, please. Now, next fight up, we got Daniel Barez versus Luis Gurule. Now, Daniel Barez, solid striker, good grappler, can mix things up pretty well. And Luis Gurule, it's more like a forward pressure type of fighter with good volume and decent grappling. And in this fight, guys, I simply think Barez is the more polished and the more proven fighter overall. Considering that Luis Gurule hasn't won in the UFC at all and is currently 0-3. But who knows? This being his 4th fight in the UFC, he can definitely maybe prove us wrong and give it all he got in a way of like maybe trying to get re-signed by the UFC. So who knows? Fighters that are usually at the end of their contract tend to give out their all to make sure that they get re-signed, but who knows? Barez, in my opinion, is the sharper striker, the quicker striker, and the cleaner striker. He should definitely come in here and outstrike Gurule on the feet. Avoid those takedowns from Gurule. Gurule has to close the distance, has to use his grappling, in my honest opinion, if he wants to win. I don't really think highly of Gurule, and neither should you. He might surprise us, but who knows. The pick is Barez by decision. I'm just afraid of the age gap. Barez is like 37, but in my honest opinion, he's clearly the better fighter than Luis Gurule. So give me Daniel Barez for the pick. Now, next fight up, we got Alice Ardelean versus Vieira Viana. Now, I'm not going to waste your time. Alice is going to be the pick here, but we're not touching this fight. She's a minus 200. I'm not touching her at a minus 200. This is definitely low level. Vieira Viana, she low-key stinks, but so does Alice Ardelean. I'm going to keep it a buck. But at least Alice Ardelean wants it more. She tries more. Every time we see her fight, she actually goes out there and like tries her best to actually win. Ultimately, she ends up always losing, but who knows? She can definitely beat Viana. Viana stinks. Let's be real. But I advise you to stay away from this fight. Don't touch it. Be careful. Ardelean also shows damage on her face, pretty bad. So be careful with that. But she should definitely come in here and outstrike Viana, or definitely just make it a nice gritty fight. Be the more valiant striker and get that win via decision here. So give me Ardelean to win by decision. And we move on from that shitty ass fight. Now next fight up, we got Andre Petroski versus Cody Brundage. Now this pretty much dictates who stays in the UFC and who doesn't. The loser is probably going to get cut, unless it's Cody Brundage, because apparently he can lose multiple fights and stay in the UFC roster. But hey, I'm just saying what I see. Andre Petroski, solid grappler, pretty good striking. Nah, not really. His striking's pretty mid. Solid grappler, decent striking. Cody Brundage, decent striking with some solid power. Decent grappling of his own. This fight's tricky. Both guys can win here. I kind of got this weird feeling that Cody Brundage is going to win. But if you guys know, I don't really fuck with Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage does suck. Petroski is a better fighter in my opinion. And I got him winning. I know Cody Brundage is a dog. He never gives up. And he's pretty durable. But I can't really side with the side of Cody Brundage. The dude is very inconsistent. I think he's one round or bust, to be honest with you. And if he can't really execute anything in the first couple rounds, I think he ends up losing a point decision here. I think Andre Petroski can definitely take him down multiple times and can definitely hold him on the ground. When it comes to the stand-up, I got this weird feeling that Cody Brundage is probably better than Andre Petroski at the stand-up. But anyway, this fight's going to be messy. I got Andre Petroski edging it out. But definitely low confidence. Don't touch this fight either. I won't be touching this fight. Both these guys low-key suck. But give me Andre Petroski to get it done via decision. Next fight up, finally a better fight that I can actually break down and actually talk about. We got Vieira versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Now Caitlin, good striker with decent power, solid takedown defense, and solid grappling in general overall. Versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti, a solid striker with good combos, good volume, and decent grappling of her own. And in this fight, I'm a bit biased. I like Cavalcanti a lot. I'll go as far to say as she's my lock of the week this week. But I could be biased. I see her outstriking Vera on the feet and pretty much possibly hurting her on the feet. She can defend multiple takedowns in here in this spot. Let me know if I'm tripping or that's just me. Kayla definitely is a good grappler, but to continuously have success against Jacqueline Cavalcanti is a big axe. So I got Cavalcanti defending multiple takedowns, stuffing a lot of them, like I said, and just simply outstriking her on her feet. And like I said, possibly hurting her. So who knows? But Cavalcanti is my lock. I'm not really overthinking this. Cavalcanti is not going to get taken down multiple times. She's going to defend multiple takedowns and land the better shots, be the more volume striker, and win a decision here. So Jacqueline Cavalcanti is the pick. She is going to get it done. Give me Jacqueline Cavalcanti to win via decision. Next fight up, we got Tommy Grant versus Trey Ogden. Now, Tommy Grant is a good striker, athletic, solid grappler who controls fighters on the ground. And you guys know Trey Ogden, good striker, good volume, with also some good grappling. And in this fight, I got Gantt being the more faster, the more athletic guy. He's really good everywhere. I've seen him taking down Ogden and controlling him on the ground. Despite Ogden's recent takedown success, I think he's going to get taken down regardless. He should have his way against Ogden. Ogden is definitely going to struggle here. But I'm just a bit scared of Gantt's endurance. I feel like he hasn't been to decision multiple times. And I feel like if it goes to decision against Ogden, we might be in a situation where Gantt's up 2-0. And then that third round goes to Ogden, so you got to be careful. Anything can happen in the UFC level, but I got Tommy. Tommy should definitely keep up the pace and pace himself in general to not die out and show us that he has 3-round cardio and definitely edge out a victory here. So the pick's going to be definitely Tommy Gantt. Like I said, He's going to take him down, land the better shots, and control him on the ground pretty easily, in my honest opinion. Definitely going to put that lock tag next to Tommy Gantt as well. He should definitely show us why he got that contract out of Dana White Contender Series. So, give me Tommy Gantt. I keep saying Tommy Gantt. Tommy Gantt to win via decision here. Let's get it done. Now, next fight up, we got Tokkos. An okay striker with decent power, but he's definitely a good grappler, versus Ivan Erslan. A good striker with definitely power in his hands, but struggles a bit on the grappling department. And in this fight, guys, I can't trust either guy. I gotta lean Tokkos in this one. Despite, not being a fan of either of these guys, but Tokkos definitely has the grappling edge, and I see him mixing things up pretty well in this fight. When it comes to the striking, he's going to use the striking to pretty much set up his grappling. He doesn't really use the striking to actually commit to damage, but with that power of his, he could definitely do so, assuming Ivan Erslan is kind of like dying out and his cardio isn't really there in the second or third round. His striking will definitely look better as the time goes on. But all he needs to do, Tokkos that is avoid the power of Ivan Erslan. Ivan Erslan, like I said, good striker, good power, can definitely land and try to outstrike Tokkos on the feet. But this fight's definitely going to the ground, and I got Tokkos definitely taking down Ivan Erslan. Ivan Erslan's not going to defend every takedown, so this fight's going to be primarily on the ground, in my opinion, where Tokkos is going to get out of those minutes, land some shots on the ground, and avoid the power punches from Ivan Erslan. Ivan Erslan has not been looking pretty solid lately. I think he's like 1-4 in his last 5 fights. So, he's not going to win here. Tokkos is definitely going to be the pick. Give me Tokkos to win by decision. Next fight up, we got Veretennikov vs Chaos Williams. Now, this fight might be a brawl. This fight might be a war. Both these guys got power. But I feel like Chaos Williams is round 1 or bust. And as long as you avoid those big shots, you're good. As long as you survive those first 5 rounds, the first 5 minutes, I think you're good. And I think Veretennikov is going to go ahead and do that. Veretennikov is going to keep this fight in the feet. Chaos Williams hasn't fought in like over a year, so he might be rusty. But we'll see. Gotta be careful for Chaos Williams' power and that pressure that he's going to bring. I trust in Veretennikov to weather the storm early. The first 5 minutes, like I said, once that second round starts, Chaos Williams is definitely going to slow down a bit. He's going to be a little slower. Veretennikov is definitely going to be able to see those punches better and be able to implement his game plan, whether that is outstriking him on the feet, outpointing him on the feet, and just simply surviving and possibly, avoiding Chaos Williams' takedowns, because we all know he does have a small wrestling background back there. But he tends to just loop shots and try to knock you out no matter what. So I can't bank on a guy like Chaos Williams. He's round 1 or bust, in my honest opinion. But again, volatile fight. I got Veretennikov to get it done. But if you want a safer option, I definitely got this fight going over 1.5 rounds. But anyway, Veretennikov is now next fight up. We got Timmy Cuamba versus Bernardo Sopaj. Now Timmy, good striker. He's really fast. Decent grappler versus Bernardo Sopaj, a technical striker with solid power and maybe decent grappling of his own. This fight should be solid. I'm curious to see what type of fighter we're going to see off Bernardo Sopaj, considering that he's been out for some time. Right now, guys, I'm slightly leaning Sopaj, but that's just due to the technicality. I can see him here just being the more technical fighter out of the two, but I'm low-key scared of Timmy Cuamba's volume. I'm low-key scared of Timmy Cuamba's speed. If he can weather that early storm and weather those counter shots from Bernardo Sopaj, I can see Bernardo Sopaj possibly tiring out, and Timmy Cuamba is still there, still got that cardio, and things can go really bad in the 3rd round. considering Bernardo Sopaj might tire out. So, got to be careful with that. But right now, the pick is Bernardo Sopaj. I think he's just the more technical fighter. He's going to come in and counter those shots from Timmy Cuamba and just land the more impactful shots, hurting Timmy Cuamba on the feet, slowing Timmy down, and possibly being able to take Timmy down to the ground to neutralize that speed advantage that Timmy Cuamba has. But anyway, Cuamba's good. You got to keep that constant pressure. He needs cage control. Use that speed to his advantage, and he could possibly get the upset win here. But we're going to the side of Bernardo Sopaj. He's going to land the better shots, impactful damage, and get the victory here. So give me Sopaj for the pick, please. Next fight up, we got Modestas Bukauskas versus Rodolfo Bellato. Now, Modestas Bukauskas, good technical striker, good combos, good solid takedown defense versus Bellato, decent power in the striking with solid grappling, who just beat this guy's name, Luke Fernandez, on his first fight debut. But I'm going to be honest with you, he was getting tapped up by Luke Fernandez and then finally landed that one-shot blow on him. So it was more of a Luke Fernandez type of thing where he's beating himself versus Bellato actually, doing something because, again, he was getting his ass beat and then landing that lucky blow. But anyway, I sound bitter. I sound salty. In this fight, guys, I got Modestas Bukauskas. Bellato defensive striking sucks. Like I said, Luke Fernandez was tapping him up before he got slept. And I don't got Bellato sleeping Modestas Bukauskas. Modestas is going to just stay away, use those kicks, use his leg kicks, use his deep kicks, use his range, his 1-2s. So just stay put, keep at range, and beat Bellato up on the feet. This is going to be relatively easy in my opinion. Let me know if I'm tripping. Let me know. I got this guy, Modestas Bukauskas, to just edge out a victory via decision here. All you have to do is avoid Bellato's shots, avoid those power shots, and keep it technical. And Modestas Bukauskas can definitely do that. So Modestas Bukauskas is going to be the pick. He is going to win here via decision. We didn't really like Bellato. Let's give it a buck. Next fight up, we got Malcolm Wellmaker versus Juan Diaz. Now, Malcolm Wellmaker, you guys know who he is. Good striker, good combos. He got power in his hands, good counter shots. You know who he is. Juan Diaz, though, on the other hand, you might not know who this guy is. Good striker, good volume, good decent jabs. Definitely has good cardio and some solid grappling. And I think this is a Wellmaker bounce back spot after losing to Ethan Ewing. I think he's going to show us a clean performance against Juan Diaz. I might be overestimating or underestimating Juan Diaz and overestimating Malcolm Wellmaker, but that's just the way I see it, guys. I think Malcolm Wellmaker is going to come in here and just show us who he was before, countering Juan Diaz on the feet and landing the more impactful shots and ultimately hurting Juan Diaz on the feet. Like, come on, guys. Who's going to sit here and strike with Malcolm Wellmaker for 15 minutes? Only Ethan Ewing can, apparently. So I don't got Juan Diaz doing so. Juan Diaz's path to victory is to pretty much use his grappling in this fight, tire out Malcolm Wellmaker, and possibly land the shots when he's tired on the feet, similar to Ethan Ewing did. But again, that's a hard ass. I'm not going to sleep on Juan Diaz though, but I got Malcolm Wellmaker making that comeback. Diaz is very durable, but I see him getting it here because he's very hittable. And Malcolm Wellmaker got power in his hands, and you don't want to get hit by that guy. So give me Malcolm Wellmaker for the pick, guys. Now, next fight up, we got the co-main event of the evening. We got Duo Choi versus Daniel Santos. Now, this fight's definitely going to be tricky. Duo Choi is definitely dangerous on the feet, and Daniel Santos is definitely a menace on the ground. So, with that being said, I think I got Daniel Santos to take it to the ground and avoid those crazy strikes coming from Duo Choi. I do think Daniel Santos is also the cleaner striker out of the two. He doesn't just loop his shots. He's more calculated. He sets up his striking to set up his grappling. So that tells me everything I need to know. Duo Choi definitely has power, definitely has speed, but I think he's going to struggle here when it comes to the grappling of Daniel Santos. Daniel Santos is definitely going to come in here, weather that storm early, Avoid those big shots from Duo Choi. Hopefully he doesn't get caught. Take him to the ground, land the bigger shots down there, and control him on the ground, earning minutes and winning points to the judges. So Daniel Santos is the pick. I'm a little bit afraid of Duo Choi's relentlessness, and anything can happen within the first 2 rounds. But I trust in Santos. Santos is definitely not going to strike with him, I should say, and take him down to the ground and win this this fight via decision. So give me Daniel Santos to edge it out in a close fight, in a close war. Duo Choi is definitely exciting to watch, but I got Daniel Santos to pull it through. So give me Daniel Santos to win via decision. Those takedowns are going to play a big factor in this one. Next fight up, we got the main event of the evening. We got Arnold Allen versus Melquizael Costa. Now, Arnold Allen, solid striker, good counters, good power, good wrestling. You guys know who he is. Versus Melquizael Costa, the guy's a demon. He's been knocking out notable names recently, and he's been looking undeniable. This fight should be a great fight. Both these guys are solid fighters, but I'm currently leading Arnold Allen to get it done via decision in this fight. I just think he has the better overall tool set to get it done. He has the power. He has the grappling. He has the grappling defense. He should be straight. Avoid those takedowns from Melquizael Costa if he even attempts it. You are the better wrestler, Arnold Allen. So this one should be easy when it comes to the grappling. All I'm scared of is Melquizael Costa striking and maybe his submission attempts if Arnold Allen tries to take down Melquizael Costa on the ground. I'm just afraid of those chokes. But other than that, if Arnold Allen can avoid those chokes while taking him down and avoid those big, crafty, unorthodox shots from Costa, like that spinning kick that he landed against Dan Ige, then we should be straight. Arnold Allen should have no problem with this guy. Let me know if I'm tweaking. Arnold Allen should definitely take him down, land the big shots on the feet, and also take him down and just control him on the ground. I don't think highly of Costa's grappling when it comes to wrestling, I should say. His BJJ is pretty solid. But when it comes to wrestling, Arnold Allen is definitely levels above Melquizael Costa. But we'll see. Arnold, please try not to strike with Melquizael Costa, and you should be good. This should be an easy dub on your record if you use your striking accordingly. You implement your good counters, and you implement your wrestling. You should be straight. 15-minute fight. Land some takedowns, and you should be getting it done. And that is it, boys. Arnold Allen is the pick via decision. Let's wrap it up, gang. We start off on the top. The picks are Nicole Cagliari, Daniel Barez, Alice Ardelean, Andre Petroski. Be careful with that one. Jacqueline Cavalcanti, Tommy Gantt. Good pick. Tokkos, Nikolai Veretennikov. Be careful. Bernardo Sopaj, iffy on that one. Modestas Bukauskas should definitely win. Malcolm Wellmaker's bounce back spot. Daniel Santos for the dub. And for the main event, we got Arnold Allen for the pick. Thank you all for watching. That is it, boys. Leave a comment. Don't forget to like the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.